so I managed to fix it. So yeah, it took me forever to find it out. But if you made the same mistake on putting the highlight contrast gameplay, um, all you have to do is go down to this guy, the access options. It'll be a little bit down, and it'll be the second to last, right above arachnophobia mode. It'll be high contrast gameplay. Just turn that off, and that will make the blue highlights and stuff go off if you made the same mistake as I did. So yeah. Anyways, now we can go right back into this. Okay. Oh my! Finally, this is much better. Oh, that hurt my eyes so much. I wanna go down. I wanna go down. Lion King. This is the bottom floor of the bunks, I think. So I'm at the top floor.
Now, which way is the common room?
No, it's going red. Wait, it's probably always red. Just I didn't notice because, yeah, it didn't show. Oh yeah, it's so much better.
Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Oh, wait, hold on, I think. Hold on. Let's put that back to. Alright, there. Alright. Yeah, there. I accidentally put on left-handed mode. I am left-handed, but it's easier for me to.
I don't know if you'll do anything for us, Bill.
Oh, it's much better.
So many names, everything. None of them is ever for me. To all of the professors.
Nelly will do anything for attention.
Please, she gets bolder every year. Professor could arrive any moment.
Here, have a sip. Go on. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
Nice meeting you, Gareth. What's that in your mug? Do you have a knack for potions
Seems you
too?
enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Nice meeting you, Gareth.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
I shot at myself. Oh. And we're in the same class.
She gets all the anything for attention. Oh, perhaps I should.
Wish I'd brought the pet out.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
I cannot wait to get my new one.
Oh, perhaps I should. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
The colors on my controller are changing a
I was
lot.
hoping he might have
From
given you some
red
advice on non-verbal
to
casting.
yellow to
Is that what you
white
were trying to do just there?
to orange to red.
Yes, having a spot of trouble. I've mastered
Oh wait,
the
that's the
charm
color
using
of
its
Gryffindor.
incantation, but this is proving a bit tricky.
I'm sure you'll get it. Perhaps you just need a bit more practice. Your casting needs work.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor, Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
So many letters arrive every day. And none of them.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in... This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your
Lumos.
magic and educate yourself
Revelio.
about wizarding lore.
Yeah, I need to learn some new spells.
I certainly
Lumos.
would have appreciated something like the field
I
guide
want
when I
to
was
watch
teaching.
knocking spells.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Jump.
Really mastered that one, haven't you?
I don't know what the knocking spells. I just think you have to do them all. That was in the movies.
Ah,
I must have
the
missed
guide
it.
appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast
somebody gonna help
Revelio on it,
Oh,
and
I'm
we'll
gonna-
see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Looking. See gear. I have a couple of gear. I just sworn I had some. How do I look like an orphan. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with orphans. Just saying I look like an orphan. I believe I have some. Seriously? Serious? Are you serious? You're serious? One-handed alignments. Because I bought the deluxe version, so I should have some stuff. And I think like a mask thing. I shall fly over here. Isn't it? Oh, can I even fly over here? I don't even think I can. Do I teleport? Whatever. I am now level 1, level quest. Alright.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open
Revelio.
for opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
There's something over here that you want to unlock.
No time to waste. To attend.
Revelio.
Ooh, chest. Ooh, some more. Ooh, some bad.
You've been practicing.
And did I have? Oh, that was a headshot.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field
You
guide
can.
contains a map of the
I
castle.
knew it.
Open it up and find Central Hall.
Open the central room. I have no idea what it is. Select the South Wing region. Here it is. Here it is. Traveling.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the
Revelio.
hive. Our King's Cross.
Oh, there's a lot of spells. I really want this one. Avada Kedavra. That's okay. What's this? Wingardium Levioso. Conjuring spell. Nice. Oh, altering spell. That's. Oh, that's the spell that she was doing. That one girl, I forgot her name. I can never remember stuff. Inversco. Reparo. This is illusion, right? So it's basically like the cloak. Incendio. Ooh, I love those. Bombarda. These are pretty cool, man.
So to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm afraid there isn't. We
I'm
must
sorry,
tell
Professor,
you.
but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today,
Hello,
and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay. Leviosa or Akio? Oh, definitely this one. Definitely.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend.
This one.
I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay. This is like an extremely fun. Welcome to Hogwarts. Found compass. New item unlocked. Oh, it tells me like exactly where to go. Let's see. I can jump high. I wanna fly.
If I could undo all that happened that...
I spent hours trying to conjure a meat pie when I was a first year, only to then find out about
Some of us don't necessarily want them.
not too much of a Hogwarts fan, but I do know
Here.
a couple things.
Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year
That's the
5
guy.
of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education
That's the
on the
same
art of
guy.
charm work. But
That's
I
the
am
same guy that
confident
was in the
that
memories.
we will take hold
That's
with
the
the
guy who
passion
was
and
in the
rigor
memories.
requisite of such a challenge. Right?
He
Now,
looks the
everyone,
exact
please
same.
open your textbooks to page 517.
Strange
But
man,
before we
Jake.
begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Well, that was easy.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I see Harry. Well, I stole Harry. Now I don't.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
That's pretty cool.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
This is sick, my man.
Very
Or
simply,
woman.
cast Accio on one of
Or
the
whatever
spheres
you consider
and
yourself,
relinquish
because
your
it's
charm
2024
at the
now.
last possible moment.
So, yeah.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Excellent control there. That's it. Stay focused. Very good. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Misha. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Let us see this. Yes!
Accio.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! There we go.
Accio.
Watch this. Phew. Lisa. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio and
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Have you finished your homework? Mine's only about half an inch thick.
It's not the written exam that worries me with herbology, it's the practical.
Revelio.
No better feeling than plunging your hands into greenhouse soil. Unless you accidentally uproot a baby mandrake. I think to finish it,
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Levioso!
Well done.
Levioso!
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso! This can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Don't call my students this way. I do Levioso. Lively duels. Watch your opponent decide to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Lumos.
Levioso! Accio!
Revelio.
Frankly, I'd rather.
Lumos. Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
Sorry. There's the cat. Ah, it's adorable.
Revelio.
Can't seem to get out of my robes after that last herbology class.
Looking into people grumbling about a foul smell. Ooh.
Revelio.
Imelda Reyes.
Sometimes I wish someone would.
It's down there. Let's find a way to
Has
get
one
back.
person even tried to sort this tree?
Oh, no. It's literally right next to me.
Revelio.
Mm.
If I want to know the name of this headmaster, I think we should have a moon calf in charge. In trouble, are we? Beat up to no good? Thought as much.
When I fell off my broom and broke Dick's
Kick it. It's kick it. Kick it.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps
Yeah.
you could help.
He's ugly.
Oh, excuse Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager that...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Becoming younger stuff.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Levioso! Accio!
Is there anything that I can even use this spell on?
Levioso! Lumos.
Ah, there you are.
Accio! You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. Revelio.
Anywho, everybody, I'm gonna go and peace out. See you next time.